Now that you're comfortable solving basic work-related problems, let's consider one that's a little bit more interesting and challenging. Situation is this. We have a cold water faucet that can fill the sink in 12 minutes, and a hot water faucet can fill the same sink in 15 minutes. The drain of the sink can empty the sink in 25 minutes, and the situation is if both faucets are on and the drain is open, how long will it take to fill the sink? Now let's begin by identifying the rates for both faucets and the drain. Now remember, in general, the rate of work in any given situation is 1 divided by the length of time it takes to do the entire job. So in the case of the cold water faucet, if it can fill the sink entirely by itself in 12 minutes, its rate would be then 1 divided by 12. In a similar way, if the hot water faucet can fill the sink by itself in 15 minutes, its rate would be 1 divided by 15. Now for the drain, although it's working counter to what we would like, which is filling the sink, its rate, because it can empty the sink entirely on its own in 25 minutes, its rate then would be 1 divided by 25. Now what we'll do is next define a variable to represent how long it takes to fill the sink if both faucets and the drain are open. So we'll state then that x represents how long it will take to fill the sink with both faucets open and the drain open. Now I think you'd agree with me then that the rate of work with both faucets and the drain open would be then 1 divided by x. So the next question is, what would be the equation we would need to write to solve the problem? Now if we think carefully about this, we know that both faucets being open contribute to filling the sink, so it would make sense then that we would write then the rate of work for the cold water faucet added to the rate of the hot water faucet would contribute to filling the sink. But with the drain being open, it's actually countering the filling of the sink, so we would need to subtract its rate, which is 1 over 25. And with all of those operating, that would be equal to the rate of work with both faucets and the drain being open. So that will be our equation, and we'll next set out to solve the equation. Now restating the equation, we have 1 over 12 plus 1 over 15 minus 1 over 25 is equal to 1 over x. Now we'd next like to eliminate the fractions from the equation, so we'll multiply each term by the lowest common denominator, which will be 300x. Now multiplying the 1/12 by 300x, we will end up with 25x. 1/15 times 300x will be 20x. And the 1/25 by 300x will yield 12x. On the right hand side, the x's will cancel and we're left with just 300. Now combining terms on the left hand side, then we will have 33x. That will be equal to 300. So x will be equal to 300 divided by 33, and we'll want to change that to a mixed number, which will turn out to be 9 and 1/11. So what we'll do is end up by writing a sentence answering the question. So we'll state then formally that with both faucets and the drain open, it will take 9 and 1/11 minutes to fill the sink.